How is it going out there, you fucking glorious assholes, glorious cunts, amongst other things? This is a very different rendition of the off the cuff series that I've been doing for a while. Normally, it's me taking a shitload of stupid shit I find on the internet and just kind of making an amalgamation of a video. This time, I felt like it was necessary. It's necessary. Break these down individually over time because how simply stupid they are. So I'm going to be seeing a little screenception every now and then. I just want to make sure that I'm still alive or anything all that are happy or shit. But I'm going to start off with this particular post right here that I saw on Twitter that made me want to just commit amount of suicide. Just hang myself from the rafters because how stupid it sounded. When teenager watches anime and game reviews, one morning he came downstairs blathering that feminism is cancer. We intervened immediately because we are active parents. Turns out YouTube's sidebar recommended some Nazi personalities. Thanks, Google, for trying to radicalize my son. Anyone who replies with Nazi propaganda, like diversity of thought, put in quotations of all fucking things, gets blocked. Fuck your thoughts. You know, fuck your feelings. How about that? Here's the thing about this kind of people. I think like this. It's like, oh, this individual has a different kind of thinking than I do. Obviously, they're the Nazis. Obviously, it's the Nazis. It's the same kind of people. I saw this post the other day of a textbook that was published in the UK, which was like instead of the political spectrum, as I understand it, they have your authoritarian and as like the North and like conservatism and liberalism as the left and the right, and libertarianism on the bottom. It's like no, just left and right. That's it. That's it. It's a diversity of thought. The concept of the very concept of somebody thinking differently than you gets blocked because fuck your thoughts. I mean, what kind of message are you trying to show your children that just because somebody thinks differently than you, they should be immediately removed from your life? This is coming from somebody that actually has physical, like liberal and conservative friends that I disagree with on a regular basis, and family members for that matter that I disagree with on a regular basis. We don't say Nazi. And every single person that fucking disagrees with us. And this the quote unquote diversity of thought thing is a perfect implication of the kind of fucking person that would write this kind of bullshit. Your teenager is acting out in rebellion because you're such a fucking controlling cunt, and he or she is doing everything that they possibly can to get out from underneath your I'm assuming feminist thumb. When I say feminist, I don't mean first or second wave. I mean modern wave feminism, where they're not about equality of meritocracy. They're about the equality of outcome, so to speak. So the biggest thing, don't be a fucking cunt. This is not the proper way to raise your children. To give an example, when I was growing up, my parents are they're interesting in the fact that both of them are I'd consider both of them conservative, but my father's he's a little lighter on the conservative side than my mother is, to give an example. But I consider them both conservative. Me growing up, when I was growing through my teenage years, I was a liberal, a little bit of a socialist, but I grew out of it. I grew out of it. And this kind of bullshit was like, I'm looking at this person posting this, and all I can see is a child that's being repressed because mommy and daddy don't want to hear their opinions. It's going to be a real funny thing when this individual comes out and says taxation is theft. Is all I got to say. Or regardless, my personal experiences aside, let's move on. shall we? So it's important in an age of rising fascism and authoritarianism to put a complete myth to bed. There are no good conservatives. There might be people you know who are conservatives who you like, but you probably cut them slack on some of their quote-unquote opinions. And in big letters, be real. A. Define fascism for me for a second, just a moment. I'm going to guarantee that fascism to you is anybody that disagrees with you at least a little bit. But moving on from that, there are no good conservatives. Moving you out of this left-right paradigm would be a terrible thing because you probably view me as a conservative. I believe in a free market. Therefore, I must be a conservative. No, I'm a libertarian. I'm a social, liberal, economic conservative. To boil it down for you because your tiny mind couldn't possibly understand it anyway. That's besides the point. But also to go down to the second situation, yes, there are people that are conservatives who give their liberal friends a lot of slack because of some of the stupid shit that you fucking liberals say. I don't mean liberals in the sense of pejorative, and I don't mean to generalize some people. I do realize that there are people that are part of the left spectrum that we hate being lumped in with the rest of these progressives, so we're gonna have so on and so forth, etc. But the fact of the matter is, these are the people that represent your community. These are the people that represent your political party. You should be calling them out as much as just which most of them do. But that's besides the point. But the whole idea that there's a left and a right really irritates the fucking shit out of me because I'm just looking at it, it's like, no. There's more than a left and a right, you fucking dumbass. There's a hell of a lot more than the left and the right. But you continue living in the gilded fuck bubble that you constantly masturbate to, getting fucked by your black boyfriend while your white husband watches. Pretending all the time that the white soy latte that he bought is going to make his feelings of guilt and lack of free will dissipate any time quicker than it naturally would. But let's continue, shall we? Oh, yes, the situation right here. So I went through my archives and I tried to find the original post that was from a CNN article that was a CNN journalist. So it was like, I don't understand why all of you people that are Trump supporters. By the way, I'm not a massive Trump supporter. I did vote for him, but life's life. Without that, he was saying that all of you Trump supporters out there are saying that the mainstream media was reporting that on Trump's wife being abused and whatnot. When actually, we never actually reported on that. There was no actual article. And if you look, if I could pull up the thread right now, I would show you that there was a bunch of people, myself included, was like, yeah, you didn't actually report it, like in an article, but a lot of those people, the whole checkmark thing going on, that are members of the media and writers for mainstream media had pointed this out, and this is one of those situations right now. He's like, yeah, well, we didn't actually, put it into an article and specify exactly what we were saying. We just let our members of our company go out with check marks and say this while they were still writing for us, but we're not going to lay any claim to that. No. This is one individual, by the way, it's not the company itself. But regardless, suppose President Trump punched the First Lady in the White House. Federal property equals federal jurisdiction. So you're saying can't be happening, women are property. All right, fair enough. It's a joke, people. Then order the Secret Service to conceal the assault. President of the United States has Article 2 authority over Secret Service. Is that obstruction under Second View? Apparently not. I'm going to try to pronounce that. She was going through surgery, you absolutely loopy fucking cunt. What fucking drugs do I need to get onto your level of stupidity? But wait, there's more. There's this one. I wish that I didn't suspect that the prolonged, She posted a fucking tweet, you unbelievably moronic twit. Anyway, here goes. Poorly explained public absence of Melania Trump could be about concealing abuse. I wish that was a ludicrous prospect. I wish that the President of the United States wasn't a man with a history of abuse. Abusing women. Including... I cut that part out, apparently. I reacted to another tweet. But regardless, abusing women. All right, well, let's presume this is going back to the particular situation that Donald Trump was talking to somebody. What he was presumed was a close quarters. Nobody listening. Let's just go back to that. They grab you by the pussy if you let them. Is not abusing women. Women have agency. They can say no. You are aware of that, correct? No, I'm sorry. A woman has a drink. Immediately the man is fault because he raped her, obviously. Well, we're going to infantilize rape because that makes it so much more easier for us to swallow as a society rather than deal with the situations over and over and over again because we are stupid and idiotic creatures. What can I say? Centralism death squads confirm that. Yes, I have been drinking. And Booberly is the only one in the chat right now. I'm not surprised. This was at random. Though it does prove Booberly wrong, so I consider this a win-win. Regardless, the fact of the matter is, if at any point in time you have to ask yourself, is this law impeding on a person's personal individuality and personal freedom and liberty to do as they please? You have to consider it that if it were reversed. So I want to I want to fine people for not wearing a seatbelt because it's unsafe for them. Well, that's their own personal life. That's their own personal choice. Therefore, you are unlawful in applying that fine because you weren't imposing your personal belief upon that individual. Just saying. Moving on, though. Serious question. In America, do gay heart surgeons have the right to refuse to save the lives of bigoted cake shop owners? Idiotic argument. Let me break it down real quick. In America, do gay heart surgeons have the right to refuse to save the lives of bigoted cake shop owners? If you're a surgeon in America, you've already taken the oath that most doctors are sworn to uphold. So regardless of the individual's personal beliefs, religious beliefs, bigoted or not, you cannot refuse them treatment. However, if you really wanted to boil this down, this is the liberal argument here. It was a religious person that was doing this, therefore it is wrong. And do gay heart surgeons have the same right? Cake versus life. I can't imagine where your equivalency is coming from. In America, let me rephrase this. In America, do gay cake owners have the right to refuse to not bake a cake of bigoted people? Yes, they do. It's called property rights. It's called free will. It's called business. Am I saying that their individual right to do so is an equivalency to me agreeing with what they are doing? No, it's me just saying, hey, shut the fuck up. There's other bakers, you whiny fucking cunt. You don't have to be such a little bitch about it. I mean, you're gay, so you're probably already. You get where I'm going with this. Go to a fucking different bakery. They will bake the cake. Stop fucking whining. Stop trying to. This is one of the things that really irritates the fucking shit out of me about this, because they're like, well, we felt like we were offended, so we want the government to come in with rifles and handguns and force these people to bake a cake that they didn't want to make in the fucking first place. This is. the surgery thing about it just pisses me off even more because they're like, oh, all right, the minute that we say that people are allowed to bake whatever cake they want, people are going to start refusing surgery to people that they don't want to do surgery on. Are you stupid? Are you daft? Are you dumb? Do you not understand what the fucking concept is? I'm sorry, I'm ranting. But regardless, you get where I'm coming from. Do I agree with them? No. Yeah, yes. Actually, yes, I do agree with them. I agree with them. They're allowed to do whatever they want to do. What I don't agree with is the constant media's backlash to it simply because it happens to be Christian. Or, well, actually, in this case, yes, Christian, but religious in general. That that these people must conform to what we view as a moderate society. No, no, no. Those people can do whatever they want with their business. If their business gets ran out of business because of their beliefs, well, then fine. That's how the free market works. Forcing or enacting the government only forces their hand and is an attitude of slavery, if you don't mind me saying so. But anyway, I don't know. I find the hysteria about majority of the shit to be hilarious. And quite frankly, I'm looking back on this entire situation with a certain amount of here we go. I have chat open. Indeed, it's ridiculous. Like 99% of the places will serve them. The odd one won't. Oh no. Well, yeah. I mean, it's you're getting denied a service by a company. It's not like you're getting denied a service by a fucking heart surgeon of all things. The false equivalency is there. Now, I'm not one of these people that's I'm not a religious person anyway, way means shape or form. In case you can tell by my avatar or my name, but I do believe that the Christian people are allowed to have their religion and are allowed to practice it freely within the borders of the United States, so long as they don't do it violently. That's the it's like with the progressives, it's everyone has to conform to our way of thinking. With the all rights, everybody has to conform to our way of thinking. And it's a bunch of people in the middle that are just like, can't we just, especially libertarians, I was like, can't we just try a little bit of liberty for once? That's kind of what this nation was founded on. And you got a bunch of people ringing at us from both sides, being like, well, if you don't agree with tax, then you must hate roads, man. No, no, that's not. Individualist private companies will replace it. I guarantee it. Given the opportunity, the market opens, they will replace it, and they will do it better than the government ever did. How many times you've been driving past a fucking construction site, you see 4 guys standing around, one guy standing in the hole digging the fucking thing. Keep in mind, those guys are probably working for the union, so they're probably making about $30 an hour. And every single penny out of that person, every single penny that goes into that person's pocket is getting paid to the government. Yeah, we need roads. Fuck you. But anyway, I don't want to drag this on any longer than I have to. So, considering the chat has been dead, and oh, it's well, squall as he is. Anyway, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, and or night. And if you enjoyed this version of Off the Cuff, give it a little bit of a like. Diddle the butthole a little bit. I don't mind. I swing both ways, much like a bisexual.